Hello my dear students, now we start our second topic of chapter number 9, that is production of chronicles. Production of chronicles means making of these chronicles were the manuscripts. Chronicles means beta the historical books which were written in the Mughal court. They were said to be the chronicles. At that time, you know, the printing press was not there. That's why the writing work was done by the hand. That's why it is said to be the manuscript. Script, something in a written form, manu by hand, written by hand. So we discuss in this topic the making of manuscript mean during the time period of a Mughal empire or in a Mughal court. So the making of, as I told you, the autobiography of Babur, that was Tuzuk-e-Babri, was translated into from Turkish to that of the Persian language during the time period of Akbar. Akbar ordered for its translation. So that was a huge task, not a small task. And all these work of translation or writing of any of the book official account was a huge task. And this work was done. There was a proper place in a Mughal empire where this work was done, and the place was known by the name of an imperial Kitab Khana. Okay, the production of work of the manuscript took place at a particular place known as the Kitab Khana, and the production process consists of a various tasks. Because the question can be asked how the production of the manuscript took place during the time of a Mughal empire. So in that you have to write these steps. So here now we discuss these steps one by one. Okay. The first step was the making of the paper. Firstly, for writing any of the work, you need a paper. So the first thing which was done was the making of paper. Okay. After the making of the paper, there was a scribe, the person who do the work of writing. S-C-R-I-B-E-S. Scribes, or you can also say these scribe as that of the calligrapher. Scribes or the calligraphers do the work of writing. Okay, first step was the making of paper. Second, scribes or the calligrapher did the work of writing. After the writing work, there were painters in a Mughal court who did the work of making the illustration. Because these illustrations are very much important. What is the meaning of illustration? Illustrations are the painting made in a book. Like there is a book here. Okay. In a book, on one side, the thing is written on it, and on another page in front of this, a painting is made related to the thing written. That is illustration. And this illustration is the new invention of the Mughal emperors, which was made during the time of the Mughal emperor. Because these illustration, this school of painting is said to be the miniature painting. Miniature painting. Miniature is small size painting. A painting is made in a small size, means on a paper, small size. And this miniature painting, a school of a miniature painting, developed only during the time of the Mughal emperors. Okay. And this is so nice, means the use of the color, the expertise in making. A separate person get appointed. One person did the work of making the background. Another person is expert in making the like the picture of a human being. Another painter is expert in making the natural thing like that of the trees and other things. So many painters were there in the hand of many painters were there making of the one painting. Okay, so after the work of the scribe do the writing work, illustration work was done. Through this the painting was added. After all these things, the fourth step was the compilation of this book. Compilation means the binding. But one more thing, while doing the calligraphic work or the scribe, the highlighting of the important thing was also done. Okay, after illustration, then binding of the book, and at the end when the big book was ready, another important task which was done was the making of the cover of the book. Making of book cover. Because that is also very beautiful. The books consists of the cover. It was made up of gold and silver. Embroidery was there on that. Okay. So after passing through all these stages, then only the manuscript was ready. Okay. And after when it got ready, it was presented to the king. And then the king gave up many prizes, titles, and many other rewards to the people who were there in doing all these tasks, and the main important persons were given the reward in this. So this is the whole process which was there in the production of which were the steps in the production of the chronicles. Beta, as you are studying regarding the production of chronicles, now I am going to tell you regarding some of the important chronicles which were written during the time period of the Mughal Empire. Okay, firstly, about regarding which we were discussing Babarnama, and you all know it was written by Babur himself in Turkish language, and during the time period of Akbar he ordered the translation of Babarnama, Tuzuk-e-Babri to be done, and at that time it was renamed as Babarnama, and the translation of Tuzuk-e-Babri was done by Abdul Rahim Khane Khan. Beta, all these things which I have written is very much important from a point of view of 1 mark question as well as for every competitive exam point of view. These chronicles, official accounts, the book, the biographies of the rulers, this is the name of the books, and these are the names of the writers. Okay, Abdul Rahim Khane Khan, who is this man? You have you know about the Bairam Khan. Who was Bairam Khan? He was the guardian of Akbar. When Akbar came to the throne, Akbar was very young, so Bairam Khan was made to be the guardian of Akbar. Because of accident of Humayun, he died soon, and Akbar has to come on the throne. At that time, Bairam Khan became his guardian. So Abdul Rahim Khane Khan was the son of Bairam Khan. Okay, so he did the translation. He was also a great scholar. So he did the translation of Tuzuk-e-Babri from Turkish to Persian and renamed it as a Babarnama. One more thing, beta, during the time of the Britishers, this Babarnama got translated into English language also. And the English translation of Babarnama was done by Henry Beveridge. Okay. Now the second Mughal Emperor, Humayun. It was also during the time period of Akbar that Akbar requested or asked his aunt. His aunt means the sister of Humayun, to write the account of the life of the Humayun. So Humayun Nama was written by Gulbadan Bano Begum, who was the sister of Humayun and the aunt of Akbar. And Akbar Nama, it was, you all know, written by Abul Fazl, who was the court historian in the court of Akbar. So beta, this was the reason so much literary work you see was done during the time period of the Akbar. That's why the time period, the rule of Akbar, the reign of Akbar was said to be the second golden age of India. The first golden age was the Gupta period, and the second golden age was said to be the time period of the Akbar, because during him so much literal work was done. Okay, and the empire also get expanded. Because of that, there was a centralized administration, and because of the centralized administration, all the things were there was so much development in each and every field. Okay, now come again back to the topic we were discussing regarding chronicles. Now the fourth one, Tuzuk-e-Jahangir. It was written by Jahangir himself, means it was the autobiography. Then Badshah-Nama. Beta, Badshah-Nama is also very much important. Among all these books, you study in detail regarding the Akbarnama and the Badshah-Nama. Badshah-Nama was the history related to the time period of Jahangir. Okay, Jahangir or Badshah-Nama was the time related to the time period of Shah Jahan Jahangir. I will confirm and then tell you. Okay, and his book was written by Sadullah Khan. Sadullah Khan, because of the old and the book Badshah-Nama consists of 3 volumes. First 2 volumes were written by Sadullah Khan, and because of the old age he can't be able to complete it. That's why Abdul Rahim Lahori, sorry beta, Badshah-Nama was written by mainly Abdul Hamid Lahori, and because of the old age he can't be able to complete it. That's why the work was revised by the Sadullah Khan, and the third volume, or you can also say it as a third daftar, was written by Muhammad Waris, who was the court historian in the court. And beta, Abdul Hamid Lahori, an important person, he was said to write the account on the same pattern as that of the Akbarnama. As Abul Fazl wrote Akbarnama, on the same pattern it was asked to the Abdul Hamid Lahori to write the account of the official account. Now come up the Shah Jahan Nama. Shah Jahan Nama was written by the history of the Shah Jahan rule, written by the Inayat Khan, and the last one Alamgir Nama. It was the history of the Aurangzeb. It consists of the history of Aurangzeb reign, and it was written by Mirza Muhammad Qasim. So this is all about the chronicles of the important or the great Mughal emperors and the name of the writers of those. Thank you.